Today I am really happy to talk with Desirè Wilson, who is one of the only 5 women to have competed in F1 and capable of achieving an overall victory behind the wheel of an F1 car back in 1980 at Brands Hatch. So Desirè is a legend in the South African motorsport, who also excelled at Le Mans and IndyCar, earning the title of the fastest woman in the world from Lord March, the founder of Goodwood Festival of Speed. She was a driver highly esteemed by giants like Ken Tyrrell, and today I am truly honored to be talking with you. Thank you, Desirè.
Oh, thank you so much, Noah. It's wonderful to be speaking with you. I was so excited to actually do this interview because I couldn't believe such a young man was so eloquent. So I'm ready for you anytime.
Thank you so much. Let's start from the beginning. I know your father was a national motorbike champion in South Africa. How did your passion for cars start? Because I know you also liked athletic sport. So why did you choose racing overall and not motorbikes, for an example?
To be honest, I loved all kinds of sports. My preference was horses. I really liked a bit of show jumping and things like that when I was younger. But my father, we always went to Kyalami, to the racetrack. And although I liked the motorcycles, my mother said absolutely not. I did race one motorcycle, 50cc motorcycle in South Africa. I did quite well in my first ever race because I've been riding motorbikes since I was 5, mini bikes. And but my mother said no. So I couldn't drive race cars until I was 18 because South Africa, that was the legal limit. So I had to wait, not like nowadays where everybody can drive when they're 15 and 16, which would be great. But so my father said, okay, we must go car racing. And he had a few friends that said they'll help us, and that's how I started in the Formula V.
How difficult was it for a woman to access motorsport in the 80s? Today, there is F1 Academy, and there is also a show on Netflix that talks about F1 Academy, and today seems normal for a woman to be in the paddock. But what about in your time back in the 80s? How was it difficult to work in the paddock when you were basically the only woman?
Yes, it was very difficult for me. Fortunately, because I did so much sports in my life, I was so used to just being a good sports person. And so I wasn't worried about driving the cars. I was very excited about doing it. But in the paddock, yes, the only other woman around, once or twice a woman would race. But in the paddock itself, the husbands, the wives were very unhappy to have me around because I started beating the husbands. So, but for me, it wasn't important. Because there were no other women when I was racing a lot. So I just said to myself, I'm doing what I want to do in my sport.
Everyone talks about your historic win at Brands Hatch back in 1980 with an F1 car, a Wolf if I'm not wrong. You have been the first and only woman to achieve this dream to win in a F1 car, and beyond the joy of the podium, do you remember in that exact moment during the race at Brands Hatch when you realized that you not were you fast, but you were actually going to win? What was the feeling inside the cockpit?
Unbelievable, because I said to myself I was very fast in qualifying, and I said to myself, if I get into this first corner first, I will win this race. That was how confident I was. It's very difficult to have that feeling every time you sit in a car. But that particular day, I said, I'm on top of my form. And if I can get into the first corner, I think I was second on the grid, next to Emilio Volante, who was a Spanish Formula One driver. And so it was actually a bit shocking at first, because my teammate was Jeff Lees, who was Formula 2 champion at the time. He and another car had an accident on the first lap after the start, and we red flagged, and I had to go back, and I had to do my same start again, and to get into the first corner again. And so that was difficult for me. But once I was into the first corner first, I knew that I was in exceptional form that day. The car was very good. And all I had to do was keep my head, not make mistakes. And I didn't. And in fact, towards the end of the race, about 10 laps out, I said to myself, maybe I can even get fastest lap, because on the Brands Hatch circuit, you could see where the second place car was. Coming up to the Druids corner, you're able to judge how far the other car was behind me. And he was 10 seconds behind me, so I could come down the hill and I could see him coming up the hill. So I knew if I just pushed a little bit harder and made a few more seconds on that last lap, I could get the fastest lap of the race. So when I did that, it was incredible for me. We have to remember it was a British Formula One championship, not a Grand Prix. Okay, so I didn't win a Grand Prix. So we went, when I got on the podium, whoa, the crowds went crazy, and I was very excited. To me, it was such an achievement after all the years and problems I'd gone through to actually get that far.
Few people know that still today there is a grandstand in Brands Hatch track that carries your name. Are you proud about that?
Very proud, because after 46 years it is still standing. They haven't taken it away yet, so I'm very proud of that. Yes, I'm very proud.
After your great performance, they offered you to test the Williams FW7 at Brands Hatch before the British Grand Prix, and you did very well. The 12th time out of 20 drivers. In the official drivers included that included also Fittipaldi, Rosberg, and I remember that in the Williams FW7 that won the title with Alan Jones in 1980. Many drivers from that era described those cars as physically brutal but incredibly fast in the corners. What is your most vivid memory of driving that specific car?
Yes, we actually drove 1-year-old F007s, as opposed to the Alan Jones car was the latest specification. So ours wasn't quite as good, but I think when I raced the British Aurora Championship and the Wolf, which was a 1977 model car, we had the flat bottom, and with the flat bottom car, everything was the feel through the bottom of your pants. Okay, they always say through the seat of your pants you can feel what the car is doing. So you can feel the movements and your hands will then adjust to it. The biggest shock I found with the F007, the first F007 I drove was at the test session. It was a very good car. It was actually Emilio Volante's Grand Prix car. Excellent car. And I didn't really know how to go through the corners faster and faster. And so I started taking chances. And every time I took a chance going faster through the corner, my lap times came down and the car stuck to the road.